show.
Yes, it is.
You've heard all the other wrestling programs. Now it's time to listen to the guys who aren't booty.
And you can't beat that.
It's hashtag WrestlePals.
There ain't no stopping us now. We celebrate on the floor. Drop down, we're ready to go. To all the people across every nation, turn it up and give me some more.
Oh, hey. Oh, then the camera goes wonky. We throw our hands up. All of a sudden, things go. But, oh, look, okay.
I had to
look.
go a long way to get that one.
Yeah. It's the coffee. It's distracting. It's delightful.
Mm.
It smells. It's.
And it's not wanting to get popped by the WWE. Because I'd love to have that as our bed music. It'd be nice.
See, you're just inciting him. This is when the certain individuals listen, hear that. The trigger words. They're going nuts. They're going bananas. Hey, everybody's hashtag WrestlePals.
Mm-hmm.
And look over there. It's hashtag WrestlePal Justin.
Pow.
And why does my voice sound harsh?
Mm.
Hashtag WrestlePal Nate. Maybe I'm finally becoming a man, Justin.
Yeah.
Looking forward to this. Explains all the hair. Justin, do I just go with the big lead? Do I just go with the big lead here?
Let's.
There's a statement that must be made.
Mhm.
Oh, what a difference a day makes.
Last week, when we left out of here, we were pretty depressed on the state of the WWE. I can't say of professional wrestling, of WWE.
Like we got here, we watched the Raw, the Superstar shakeup. We saw what had happened, and we were sad.
Yeah.
It was sad. It's like, okay,
So
so
sad.
they're gonna rehash some SmackDown stories over on Monday Night not Raw. Oh well. And then afterwards, after post show, we just kind of cried a little. We didn't cuddle, not over on the couch or anything. We just went to each other's corners and just
Cried in the corner.
it's like, it's gotta get better. I mean, SmackDown's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. It's not gonna be too bad, I guess.
I was so bummed out because the people that were going to SmackDown,
Yeah.
which almost all of them lost on Raw
Yeah,
on the way out.
which is
I was like, oh, great.
cool, man.
Great way to do SmackDown wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But, Nathan, I got to tell you,
Oh.
why do we ever doubt SmackDown? Why do we ever doubt Ryan Ward?
It's you know what I love. I made sure to get that name in my head just to get it in your head, and it's in your head.
He's so good.
He's the best.
They're so smart. Well, see, okay, so now it makes sense that they lost. So now you're getting over the new talent that's coming to Raw,
Uh-huh.
but then you bring them over to SmackDown, and then don't use them. Just promote them. So let's-
Almost as if you've got 6 weeks to a pay-per-view and you're gonna let it build a little bit.
and
you're not gonna
distance
give everything
themselves
away.
from the losses. Wow.
As if
Hey.
it's half-ass repackaging, just a day's difference. Mm-hmm. You're working twice this week. Well, I mean, and they work every goddamn day.
Yeah.
Amazing, just half-ass repackage. It's just enough to let your brain reset and go, okay,
I'm in.
I'm totally and completely in. I feel better now.
You know, they had Charlotte on the program, but she didn't wrestle. She just kind of made an appearance. And did you see the swerve?
What?
Where Shane was trying to swerve the fans? He goes, we have a second generation superstar that's coming on over, and she's tough, and she kicks ass, and blah, blah, blah.
Uh-huh.
That's Tamina Snuka.
I like Tamina. It's fine.
Oh, yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
It was just funny.
She may be the only women's wrestler that's age appropriate for me. So I'm fine with this.
They go,
The only other one that's age appropriate, Alexa's mom. That's it.
she's actually our age.
Yes, I know. It's like, wow, she's pretty. And her mom. What? All right. I feel weird. Cool.
Creepy.
I didn't say anything.
No, I just mean it makes me feel creepy.
You were right, though. Your assessment of me was...
I can't wait to drink some of this. Hey, did the thing go out on the Periscope? Are we on the Periscope? Because the link didn't go out. Sorry. Talking shop. Bad Days is a great
Let me share out the broadcast on Twitter.
Ah, that's
And-
why.
And it's another step in the process I gotta do
Yeah, it's a thing.
at the Hulk. If you need to get in touch with us on Twitter, since I'm typing him in, I might as well say him out loud.
Yeah, why not?
You can get in touch
gonna
with
cough you
Hulk.
up.
I gotta say the word and type it at the same time. Oh no! If you need to get in touch with Justin, he's at the Hulkster on Twitter.
God!
Yes, I we're out of coffee filters. So luckily, cheap ass me who bought one-ply napkins 100 years ago, I've created coffee filters. It's fantastic.
Do you have your cup?
I do. See, it's
I
nice,
just
isn't
spilt
it?
some on me, so I might as well spill some on me.
Oh
some.
God! Yeah, no reason for both of us to suffer. Just you. Again, just you. And-
Always.
And I am at the Nate Project.
But he doesn't use it, so.
I do. I look at it. I feel weird and awkward.
Yesterday, he
Thank
was
you, sir.
itchy. You're welcome.
And also going to tag hashtag WrestlePal Matt for no damn reason. Just so he has to look down at his phone while he's at work.
Tag hashtag WrestlePal Jervis.
Who? Oh, yeah.
Jervis Cottonbelly.
That's what he at? Or just straight up Jervis Cottonbelly?
Gentleman Jervis.
That's it. Gentleman Jervis.
Because why not? We silly.
He had the greatest April Fool's bit.
Yes, where he
ju-
turned heel.
He's just a mean ass. It made me happy. I hate kittens. No, you don't.
No, you don't. You wrong. You lying.
There we go. That has been sent out. Cool. We're completely out of focus. Awesome.
Happens.
Every Tuesdays, noon to 2.
It's something about this show.
It's my head, dude. It's just a horrible. If
We don't have
if
this
I
problem Monday nights, though.
just put a kerchief on my head. There he is. It's like I threatened to refocus it and snaps back into focus. It's amazing. So everybody that went over to Raw, we were sad about.
Yeah.
Look at oh, Bray goes over.
Bummer.
That makes me so sad.
Very sad.
Dean goes over. Miz goes over. It's like, cool. Well, they could go do new things. Nope, they're gonna just
Wrestle each
bang
other
them
again.
against each other. That's
Again.
that's cool. Renee staying over on SmackDown.
Yeah.
That's rude. Oh, y'all got married? Beat it.
Hit the bricks. I wonder if that's part of why. I wonder if they were like, they found out they were going to be on separate shows and don't mind me. I'm just trying to share the Periscope over here.
I gotcha. Maybe whoever knows what their rules and punishments are behind the scenes. And also, you got going over to Raw. You got Alexa Bliss and Mickie James. Oh my God, are you gutting the women's division from SmackDown? It's gonna be okay. The women's division of SmackDown's been fine. It'll be fine without those two, I guess. I hope we get somebody back. Yeah, and then the first tease was Tamina.
Mm-hmm.
A strong lady.
Yeah.
I liked her. You know why I like Tamina?
Why is that?
Because we went to that house show that one time.
Hashtag WrestlePal.
And maybe she was yelled at right after her father had been in some issues. Mm-hmm. And you could just see the look of almost hurt in her eyes. Like, come on, man, do I have to deal with this?
Can we like not do that?
It's like a house show. Can we just be? I'll be the bad guy. You can boo me, but could you just not, talk shit about my dad like at my face, 20 feet away from me? Just so defeated, all in the sake of a moment. And then she has to lose.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I just want to give her a hug. She'll crush me. It's not a type, really. It's just never mind.
So the follow-up, though, was immediately bringing in Charlotte,
Yeah.
which was great. So, I mean, I'm interested to see the new feuds. I'm really interested to see how they're going to bring Tamina back. And I guess clearly she was on, quote unquote, on Raw.
Well, she's been on the disabled list, and I
Right.
think they even said that in the drafting was that she's being drafted from the disabled list, which is cool, which
Yeah.
is fine, which is weird. It's a great way to introduce back into it.
That's what I'm saying.
She doesn't have to appear. She doesn't have to make a big impact. She doesn't have to be injected into a title situation right away in order to raise her profile. It's just hey, this is an event. Let's give you a little bit of attention and raise your stock without having to do anything with you.
And, just being back.
Uh-huh.
Oh, my gosh. Phone is ringing. Oh, my God.
Oh my God. Do I need a graphic?
Hashtag WrestleBells.
Yeah, I'll tell you why he likes Tamina. Because he's got a type. You guys are a bunch of fats. I'll take my answer off there.
Oh, yeah. Nice. You want me to hang up on him?
And, we could trace the call. Why don't you give out that number? We'll find where you work. Oh, I miss you, Twitch. Not really. It's fine.
No, I don't.
That's okay.
You do have a type.
Yeah,
That's not
I don't know what this type is. I'm broken.
Nia Jax.
She's a lovely person.
You really like Matt Hardy. You really like Matt Hardy.
He's okay.
You just said he was.
You know why? My favorite thing about Matt Hardy has nothing to do with the broken character. It's when everybody was like making fun of him, calling him like Fat Hardy. He put on a Halloween costume of himself in like a fat suit as just a fat Matt Hardy, and Rebby dressed up as a hamburger.
Nice.
And he's just looking at it like, and they did like a photo shoot. Who does this? Matt Hardy does this. Fantastic.
Good for him.
Yeah, he does. Like, oh, you paying attention? Keep paying attention. I'm gonna do some wacky shit. I'm gonna have some grapes.
Let's see. So the show actually starts off, which I thought this was a nice touch. Kevin Owens completely shaven.
What the hell was that about? They drafted him, not the beard. The beard stays on Raw.
Well, I like it because it's
gonna be fed to Roman, literally.
I like the way he was thinking. He's thinking, I've got a fresh start here, so I'm gonna just be somewhat of a different character,
and
provide a different look.
He's not only taking the fresh start. He's going in with the U.S. title and making it very important. All of a sudden, that feels like a major thing. It's been kind of the also ran for a long time. Like you remember the long time when Dean was holding on to it in the Shield.
It felt dead on Dean.
They're just doing nothing with it.
I mean, he held it for a really long time.
And this last time, before it went to Jericho, it was on Roman, and what was it doing there?
Nothing.
It's like, how
it
can
killed Rusev's momentum. That's all it did.
It's madness. You have a guy like Rusev that took it and was amazing with it, and even Cena, especially Cena, when he
Cena was outstanding with the U.S. title,
just raising and giving a meaning for rando matches. So the most beautiful thing that a title can do is, hey, we're going to have this matchup, friend versus friend, face versus face, heel versus heel. You can do these things because there's a reason for doing them. Not just because, it's a grudge match, I guess, kind of, I don't know.
Do it.
Oh, it's the spirit of competition. No, we're competing at a higher level for a prize.
Yeah. And the prize is Kevin Owens' U.S. Championship. Comes out again in a suit and just
looks weird.
I'm glad they brought me over. I'm happy to be here, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm sorry, Baron Corbin's music hits. And he comes out and he's like, yeah, you think you're tough S, but I'm Baron Corbin and I'm Baron Corbin.
Hey, well.
It was more impressive than what I said.
I'm sure.
I don't remember what he actually said. But he does come out and say, I don't care who you are. I'm going to whoop your ass. I'm Baron Corbin.
Hey, I'm like exactly what Roman Reigns should be doing.
Right?
Baron Corbin has been built amazingly like that. He can go against a bad guy. He can go against a good guy.
Yeah.
He can go against the guy. He can go against anybody. And that's who he is. It's beautiful.
And so, like, as they're doing a little bit of a back and forth, Sami Zayn's music hits.
What?
Yeah.
Now, as much as I'm not excited about Dean and Miz, though it'll be great, I'm sure.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Are we going to get more of Zayn and Owens? Haven't we seen this a little bit? They can fight forever. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, they can.
I don't care.
Well, see, here's what I'm thinking.
What?
Honestly. I guess we're getting into a little bit of speculation. We might as well. We don't have much
That's
planned.
the beauty of what the shakeup is. Because when everybody went to Raw, we're like, well, I don't know if I want to. Okay, I guess we'll see. Bray versus whatever. Cool. When everything finally settles, you can go, oh, okay, what's the potential here? Where can all these storylines go? Because we saw that with the limited SmackDown roster at the original brand split. It was like, what are they going to do? They've got like 8 dudes.
Yeah.
Sweet. And you know what? They paired them all off. Okay, there's these 4 programs. They're all going to intersect. They're not going to be completely and totally segregated from one another. They're going to cross paths, not in just a thrown together tag team match, but like we're going to build the future storyline over here while continuing this, masterfully woven. Now we get to watch SmackDown do that all over again. Meanwhile, Raw's going to do whatever Raw does.
Raw's gonna do whatever Raw does, and you'll
Raw's
notice
going to be the spectacle. Though the Raw did some amazing things this week.
okay.
Not this week. They did amazing thing last night, but the week before. In retrospect, watching back the Braun Strowman assault of Roman Reigns.
Yeah, but I do want to point out that Raw was last night, and you'll notice it's not lead. We're talking about last
I'm not
week's
as
SmackDown.
I'm not as excited about it.
Me neither. I didn't even watch it.
I've watched the recaps and the gifs
I
because I was waiting for the air conditioning guy that never came.
Yeah, I try my best to not comment on things that I haven't seen,
Yeah.
but I have to be.
So tell us about NXT 2011.
I can't wait. But
Really?
well, 2012.
Dang it!
Yeah, I've been watching the S out of NXT 2012. But
Hey, they make it available, and people say, "Hey, why
I've
are you
been-
putting this deep back catalog on
I've
there?"
been waiting.
I've
I've been waiting for that because some of it I saw.
Uh-huh.
Like I was seeking it out on YouTube at the time.
Who's champ at that time?
Seth Rollins, the first. Like if you go back to the beginning, it's
I just want to watch. I want to watch the Bow Championship,
there's like two or three
all that wacky stuff.
there's 2 or 3 episodes before the Gold Rush tournament where Seth wins the inaugural championship. And no, Matt, my cup is not seasoned. Somebody messed that up last night.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Cast iron coffee cup. Who knew?
Who knew?
I thought it was heavy.
So, after last week's Raw, you know, we were here last night. We were chatting about the show inside at Matt's house, and we're just like, normally I would go home and I would watch Raw,
Right.
but like, it really felt like it would have been a punishment last night. You were running down, you know, what had happened. You know, like the matches.
It
and
was
stuff.
a fun looking card, but
It's all stuff I've already seen, and while that's not a problem necessarily, the idea of the shakeup is supposed to be seeing new stuff. No,
yeah,
even Joe versus Jericho. Like technically, I should be excited about that, but I saw that like 2 or 3 months ago.
right.
Why did we have this shakeup? If
That's what you're leading into.
yeah, I mean, again, I'm sure Raw was fine.
And it ends. I mean, though it ended spectacularly with the old ring collapsing thingy.
But we've even seen that like a million times at this point.
though everybody like kind of saw it coming. It's like, hey, the hell are those new fancy LED boards at? They just gone? They pack up early tonight? Let's go. Hey, them's the old ring posts.
Hey.
what are they doing there?
Two really giant dudes in the ring.
Hey, look, they're doing that thing. Remember the last time this happened? A thing happened? Oh, it happened.
There's the thing happening.
There's the thing.
So
Ring explodes, and well done to the steel steps, flipping like 8 feet in the air, and the ref just dying. It's amazing.
good for him.
John Cone. He actually got WWE.com had a nice little thing of, hey, who got the worst of that? Big Show, Braun Strowman, or John Cone? I just like the John Cone because he disappeared. He fell off the face of the earth. Just went completely through, like clipped through like a bad video game. Fell forever, never to be seen again.
Fall forever.
Clappy, clappy, clappy.
You'll pardon me. I am posting to the Periscope. I hate announcing that that's what I'm doing, but you were sipping your coffee, so I felt that was better than dead air.
It's nothing like a good drag of coffee, man. It's good stuff.
Uh-oh.
Is it him again? Is it a perennial?
Hashtag WrestlePals. You're on the air.
Hey, what's up there, WrestlePal?
Now,
It's-
this is a call I'm happy to receive.
It's hashtag WrestlePal Alfredo.
See, you mentioned Bailey, you mentioned bed. He
Oh,
calls.
Jesus. You have to remind
You
him.
did this. You
I
did
nothing of the
this.
sort.
To be fair, the phone was ringing, so I don't know what you were talking about at that moment.
Okay, good. See?
Fair enough.
See?
But Bailey is hot. I was back. Anyway, I'm sitting here, in the parking garage, smoking a cigar, waiting for a meeting, so I hear you guys started talking about last night's Raw,
Sort of.
and we're sort of right before you called, you were talking about the Jericho Samoa Joe match.
Uh-huh.
And you said you weren't excited about that match.
Yeah.
It's
Why
not.
not?
It's not. It's more in the spirit of the superstar shakeup thing.
Right.
You're not seeing something you haven't seen before. You have
Right,
seen it
but-
before. You haven't seen a full program, mind you, but you've seen the tease of it. No, I'm sure, fantastic match, but
No, yeah, but it makes sense in that here's if you look at the long haul, Jericho is probably going to be Owens,
Nah,
and then you don't think so?
no. Owens is taking the U.S. title to SmackDown.
yeah,
I think Jericho's taking it to SmackDown.
Well, I guess that's
Mainly
possible because
and here's
Styles.
what I'll tell you. I tell you that because Triple H is coming back, and now he's going to come back with a stable. The stable, of course, being Owens, Samoa Joe. Maybe they bring somebody else in. You have to have Samoa Joe continue his dominance.
absolutely.
Yeah, you have him dominating against a guy like Jericho, who's obviously a superstar, a big name to get a win over. With Jericho leaving anyway, it doesn't tarnish him.
Right.
You know, of course, this is in my mind. It doesn't tarnish him. And then now you've got Samoa Joe, victory over a big name, continuing his dominance over people. You don't want Samoa Joe losing to Jericho before he goes to meet Seth Rollins. So
I mean, again, you're not
for me-
wrong.
yeah,
No, I'm just saying you're not. None of this is wrong. But last week was the big superstar shakedown, or shake-up,
Right.
rather.
right.
I don't know. Like, I don't know, man. The biggest thing is I feel like the shakeup. There's no shakeup there.
After seeing the potential realized on SmackDown, it's hard to go back and be excited for what you're getting out of Raw. Seeing how much the limited resources that SmackDown's been given, they're doing amazing things with. It's almost like they're given parameters, they're working within it and doing the best thing that they possibly can. Raw feels a little more scattershot. It's like, let's do that.
I think half the problem with the Raw brand right now is that they did the shakedown. I mean, they did the shake-up before their pay-per-view.
Right. That always hurts.
So that you still and so that you still have these characters that have moved on or are going to move on that are still tied to Raw because their program doesn't end until after pay-per-view.
Right.
And so you can't send Jericho over to you can't send Jericho and this is why I say you can't send Jericho over now because it doesn't make it. If he goes over to SmackDown now, it does nothing. You send Kevin Owens there now for a month with the belt, and then you go to the pay-per-view, Jericho beats him. Now you've got Kevin Owens coming back. Triple H comes up. I see. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't be surprised if Jericho ends up if Triple H ends up doing something in the match with Samoa Joe and Seth Rollins, where now he comes back and now he shows his stable, and now his stable has Kevin Owens, it's got Samoa Joe. You might have somebody else from NXT who comes up, or another big name who gets brought in at the pay-per-view. A Batista type name, maybe somebody who's been associated with Triple H in the past, and and now the belt can go away without that being a distraction. As you have the stable versus Seth Rollins and whoever ends up being, Seth Rollins, who forms an alliance with Seth Rollins. That to me is what makes logical sense.
Well,
You're
again,
gonna have a couple of these kind of squash matches, maybe, or not squash matches, but these big win matches for guys like Samoa Joe against maybe some other big names that might be heading over there after pay-per-view. I don't know. I saw Raw last night. I liked it. Especially that last match. I'm sure you guys have heard of it. Strowman against Monster. And I like the way they finished it because at the end of the day, Strowman didn't get a victory over the Big Show.
Mhm.
You know,
He gave an ending without giving away an end of a program.
right, exactly.
The-
you know,
That's a really
the
complicated ass Dusty finish right there.
yeah. The ring breaks.
Mhm.
Big Show's left out there. Strowman gets gets his feet first, and then all of a sudden everyone's like, "Oh, he's a monster!" But he didn't win. He didn't get the 1, 2, 3. So Big Show doesn't lose. He loses some of his incredibleness because he didn't get up as quick.
But they still have room to play with that storyline.
Exactly.
Big Show can be coming back for some vengeance.
Which is which to me makes more sense. I didn't like last week with Strowman flipping over the ambulance.
Really? Everybody seemed to
No,
go nuts about that one.
No, that was dumb.
What? Okay.
First, and I'll tell you why it was dumb.
Right. It was dumb from the beginning when the poles were standing against the wall and they got knocked over. Like every good backstage brawl.
You know, it was dumb because if you look at Strowman, it wasn't a strain. He should have had his back bulging and he should have strained. It's a goddamn ambulance. I was an EMT. I've been in an ambulance.
You know that thing was like completely gutted on the inside, right?
But it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter. It's still heavier than a car.
Yeah, absolutely.
But right, so for Strowman to just, it looked like you remember the Hulk with the Ferrigno?
Mm-hmm.
Like you ever see the Hulk flip over a car? How effortlessly it was to the point where it looked fake. That's what it looked like to me. And when you turn around, if you got a guy who can flip over an ambulance, and then he fights the Big Show and takes the knockout punch and the choke slam. I mean, he really should have taken the punch and not even went down. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You set him up to not a superhuman level, but like 2 steps above a superhuman level.
You want him more like an Ivan Drago, like totally invulnerable until it becomes time to be vulnerable.
Right, exactly. I mean, you want him to flip over the island, make him struggle.
Mm-hmm.
Make him struggle to do it. I mean, I get he's pissed off. He's this guy.
He is an odd that Roman Reigns will have to overcome.
Yeah.
Right, like, come on, really? Really, he's going to overcome a guy who can flip over an ambulance with ease?
And he will.
Well, yeah. Well, no, not
Easily.
with ease. With a couple of punches and
Yeah.
the weird-looking spear.
The guy got up from. I mean, the guy kicked out of the knockout punch.
Well, he's probably going to bounce off the ropes twice and then spear him,
Yeah.
which we all know will kill anybody, even the dead.
I just want to say real quick, the snake, Stephen Heartless, is in the Facebook chat. He's a snake.
Oh, say that again?
My buddy Steve Heartless is in the Facebook chat. I just want to say what's up before he bounced out. Snake.
Okay. I just think it and of course, to say that something in wrestling was, looked fake is obviously redundant. But
Well, they did some cute things with the backstage Roman Braun thing, with the whole throwing the stretcher off the loading dock, a strategic cut back, and it's like, oh, that's adorable.
I'm not done with you.
Look, that's
I love that.
But like,
that was 3 separate segments. They all crammed together. There was the fight, which the throw over the table was the most beautiful thing because he cleared the table with ease, and then the stretcher, then the ambulance.
I loved him with the stretcher.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was great. That showed a brutality.
Just something about punching a dude strapped down looks so mean.
Right, exactly. And it showed him being a monster, and it showed him not giving a damn about, another wrestler's career.
Mm-hmm.
And it put him on this level of savagery that was just amazing. And then to me they blow it with making him flip an ambulance like he was flipping flapjacks.
But he wasn't done with him yet.
I'm not done with you yet.
For literally
You know what?
everything that Braun said.
Don't
he's
be
quiet.
done with him yet. But and flip over the ambulance, but make the guy struggle. It's a goddamn ambulance. You know that
Sure.
to me would have meant more if he would have struggled, because then it shows the level of brutality he's willing to go to.
Mm-hmm. For him,
He
yeah.
doesn't care. Right, he doesn't care how hard he's got to struggle. Like maybe make him try to pick it up once or twice, and it doesn't budge, and then he gets even more pissed because he wants to inflict so much pain on Reigns that God damn it, I'm flipping this thing over. You know, as opposed to, oh, I'm going to flip this ambulance over. There you go, I'm a monster. Get the fuck out.
It looked like he went right back into his strongman training, because that's where he came from. Was like strongman competitions? You could just see his technique.
Strongman.
This isn't the first vehicle he's flipped.
No.
He's done this before. He's mentioned it to people backstage. I flipped that. I
Right.
flipped that too.
But again,
Places I've pooped.
now he's doing an ambulance. You know, the whole purpose of doing the ambulance is to show how much of a monster he is.
Ugh, I feel like we've spent way too much time on Raw. This is bumming me out.
Oh no!
Right. Oh no,
Yeah.
don't be. I mean, we could talk about. Did you see SmackDown last week?
Yeah, well, I was gonna say here's where your theory on Jericho shakes out.
Uh huh.
Because like I'm automatically taking it as at face value because Kevin Owens obviously showed up, you know, on SmackDown. Now the stip is whoever wins the U.S. Championship at Payback
Right.
will be taking the championship to SmackDown Live.
Oh, so is this a way that Owens ends up back on Raw? Because
Yeah.
if he's not the champion, but he's just going with the I'm obviously going to win, so here I am now.
Right.
Oh, I like this.
Right.
That does work.
So I mean, it could shake out that way. And the new number one contender for the U.S. Championship after Payback is AJ Styles because he won a triple threat between himself, Baron Corbin, and Sami Zayn to be the number one contender.
Fantastic sequences in that.
Right. So you could have Jericho versus Styles for the U.S. Championship. The only thing that doesn't shake out,
Incredible.
absolutely, they've already showed what they can do, and I can only imagine that with the SmackDown team, it would be better. The only thing is, unless it's like that match is that Tuesday, and Styles wins the championship immediately,
Uh huh.
that U.S. Championship goes dormant because Jericho's going out on tour with Fozzy.
Yeah.
So like he's going to be done with WWE like at least full time, like he likes to do.
Which is crazy. You know what? I thought he was done after Mania. I thought I thought that was a great out for him, and the fact that he's like, no, I'm here to perform.
Yeah. Well, you know,
Wonderful dude.
finish the program with Owens.
Yeah. Even better.
I am not a fan of the New Day going over to SmackDown.
What? Oh God, I haven't checked to see if it's substantiated yet. The send off for the New Day though on the Raw with the revival, friggin' beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, not even anything from in the ring work. Just everything about knocking over the ice cream cart. Dawson knocking over the ice cream cart, Dash just stomping on it to get up into the ring. It was beautiful. Said everything you needed to know. You learned everything you needed to know about the revival in a second. But now it looks like Dash might be injured.
Yeah, right.
It just stinks.
Yeah, that kind of. I felt bad about that.
But I mean, if they approach that the same way they approached like Austin Aries, because Dawson's a hell of a talker, man. Throw him on commentary to just trash talk everybody in the tag division. Because I think they said Dash is out till summer, which is not too long. Yeah, maybe 2 months, maybe 3. You know, if you let Dawson just talk trash the entire time and then come back and back it up, I would be very excited about that. But then that sends New Day over to SmackDown. Well, now what is it that you're not digging about that?
As we've discussed in the past,
Mm-hmm.
SmackDown is wrestling.
Right.
Raw is for the kids. New Day is for the kids.
But I think you'll find,
Isn't Wu-Tang as well?
yeah, Wu-Tang is for the children's.
Oh, so New Day is for the kids. Okay, I got
Yes,
it.
New Day is for the children.
The children,
And so-
if you
And
will.
so I think you lose some of that
Yeah, but I think you'll find that
Yeah,
you're
they're
going to actually get some great New Day matches.
They're actually amazing. They're fantastic wrestlers because you're getting ready to go through the whole Big E championship too. And he's an amazing singles competitor, and he's going to be way better than he was then, and he was amazing then. And we've barely scratched the surface with what Xavier can do.
Yeah.
And he's amazing as well. Like Kofi's going to be out for a little while, so I love that this is going to give Xavier a chance to shine some, and it's going to be in a wrestling format. So I'm excited about some of it. But yeah, I think it's a good time to let the skits sit back a little bit. It's something that they can go back to at any time.
Yeah, let's show what they can do in the ring. And also, them on Talking Smack is going to be amazing.
Oh, jeez.
Letting them
yeah.
just
Oh, yeah.
open up. Oh, my God, I can't
Yeah, that-
wait.
And now, let me ask you, what do you think of so far? And granted, it's only been there 2 weeks. What do you think about Kurt Angle as the commissioner?
Well, obviously, I watched the first week. I like having him back. It's awesome seeing him. And he's had some great moments already.
Yeah.
But I didn't see what he did last night because don't care.
No, jeez.
And nothing to do with him. Just don't care. I don't care about Raw yet.
See, and here's one thing, okay? So Strong, Angle gives Braun the day off.
Mm-hmm. Rest up,
He
Monster
decides,
Man.
right? And Angle didn't back up with when Strong gives him the or else.
Uh-huh.
Then Strong goes in the back and beats up Goldust and R-Truth.
Happens.
And
Yes.
and then he beats up Kalisto.
Oh, that was Kalisto's welcome to Raw, by the way. Mm-hmm. He got drafted over. This is how they introduced him. I'm gonna drag you, Roman Reigns is trash, and you are too. Throws him in a goddamn dumpster.
Cool.
Yeah, he throws him in the dumpster.
Welcome back,
and
Kalisto.
That's when the Big Show lays him out. But I mean, to me, it's like I think they're gonna misuse Angle the way they misuse Foley.
Of course they are. It's Raw.
And it's either make him a comic, a comical foil, which is what they should have did with Foley, or let him be the badass that he is, which is what they should have did either. But to have him kind of like his hands are like he's handcuffed, or he's intimidated, Like, let's be real, Foley would never be intimidated by anybody. He really wouldn't. He wouldn't. He's always been the kind, soft-hearted guy.
Right.
He's always been that. Okay, but he's still the same guy who wrestled Terry Funk in that death match. With C4 explosives.
At any given moment, bang bang. Right.
He's still the guy who flew off the cage. He's still the guy who lost the ear to Vader. He's a monster. He's not scared of anybody. And
Right.
he's not scared of pain. So when you get these guys talking to him and you see him like, I better not act up,
Right.
or they're gonna beat me up, that takes away from him. And you brought back Angle, and I'm hoping that they don't. And part of that is because of the authority or whatever the fuck they want to call themselves now.
Right.
And they're gone for a little bit, but I'm really not looking forward to them coming back.
No, definitely not.
So
So what direction do you think they're going to take with Angle? They're going to go too many directions, or is he going to be your badass GM that you want, or is he going to be a comedian?
I want him to be a badass,
Mm-hmm.
but if you make him a badass, then make him a badass. If he tells Strong he can't wrestle, then Strong doesn't wrestle, and
Right.
if he does, then Angle goes up and gets in his face.
And Angle looks good too, though, doesn't he? He looks like he's ready to throw an ankle lock at any minute.
Oh, and that's where you got to kind of remember. This is a guy that Angle's a guy who beat the shit out of Samoa Joe, who beat the shit out of Brock Lesnar, who beat the shit out of everybody, with the exception of Strowman, because they didn't wrestle, who's beat the shit out of everybody who you want to call a monster or a beast. He's beat them all.
Now,
And that's part of of the glory or the greatness, potential-wise, of having Angle there. Is that he can go in there, and if Angle tells you to jump, you jump.
He can pull him apart at any moment.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and I think part of the thing is that leading up to his Hall of Fame, they played up all the comic stuff he did,
Right.
and didn't play up enough of the badass. And I get you can't play up the badass of him beating up Samoa Joe because that was the DNA. But you could still talk about how, you know, the same way you talk about Gallows and Anderson and how they wrestled in Japan, and how they were, you know, you do the same thing with Styles. You can do with him. Everybody knows that he's wrestled elsewhere.
Right.
It's not like he went off it for 10 years. He sat at home. He was still wrestling. So you could talk about how when he wrestled, and you know, and you could throw up the around the world during that time. How he met Samoa Joe and he beat the fuck out of him. You know, and just make him this badass. You know, and so because otherwise he ends up becoming useless like Foley did. And as a huge fan of Foley, I don't like when you make a guy who was literally a hardcore legend, and that's what they bill him as, and you make him a joke. And that's my fear that they're going to do with Angle.
Oh. Well, I mean, Foley was definite. He was physically retired, so I think that it's a different mindset of him coming into there. But yeah, he kept kind of every once in a while trying to go to that "I'm here to get you fired up" kind of deal, and it's like it lost its luster. I went back and I watched like a clip of Foley firing up Edge and then Edge turning on him. It's like that Foley was amazing. He was terrifying. He was fighting back at the same time. But I'd love to know your opinion then. Just the dichotomy of the GMs here. You've got Kurt Angle, and you're worried that they're going to spread him too many different directions. How do you feel about Daniel Bryan? And how do you feel about how they've handled him?
I think Daniel Bryan's a joke. I really do.
But is that a bad thing for him? It's still an interesting character.
Well, for Daniel Bryan, here's the thing. There was a time when the GM, during the Attitude Era, when the GM could be a joke, and it'd be fun, and still be respectable. Foley was great. Oh my God, Foley as the GM his first time around was great because people still feared him.
Yeah,
but he was able to play the joke, so that he could sit there and bust balls with Kurt Angle, bust balls with Edge and Christian, and it was funny, but the last thing you wanted to do was completely dismiss him because you know he'd get in the ring and he could cripple you.
Right.
Now, you know, Daniel Bryan never had that kind of a fear in his career.
Mm-hmm.
So now you get AJ Styles, and grant you AJ Styles is a great wrestler. Or you had The Miz before he went over, and he's a great wrestler. And you have them yelling and screaming at Bryan and treating Bryan like shit, and he takes it. Makes him look like a bitch.
Yeah.
You know, so
I don't think he's cleared for any kind of physicality.
Isn't it weird that we've ended up with probably two of the greatest wrestlers as the GMs of both Raw and SmackDown?
Yeah.
Weird.
I can sort of see what you're saying. I don't agree. I don't feel that way about D-Bry. I think just overall, yeah, with those particular characters, he's shouted at. But when you look at, like, when you take in the whole scope of what SmackDown does, like the Talking Smack specifically, where D-Bry gets back in their face, and I mean he can't get physical. Yeah, he does. He gets.
You know, I've seen it, but he doesn't have to be able. He doesn't have to get physical. I don't ever recall Foley in the Attitude Era getting physical. I don't recall. I'm not just saying it didn't happen. I'm just saying I don't recall it. Mm-hmm. But the threat was there, and we all knew at that time he was already broken. He was done.
Right.
You know, so it's not a point of that he can't get physical. The point is that there's no threat.
When that every little bit of respect that you let erode never comes back.
Exactly.
So if they do the same thing with Angle, they make him a joke here, make him a joke there, that never comes back. He never gets that badass reputation back again.
And it's got to be a line that you walk that line, and you have to tread that line carefully. Because like the whole thing is, I don't know if I know Angle wants to get back in the ring. I don't know if he physically can or if he can't. But the whole thing is that it's not a matter of whether you can or you can't. It's a matter of you're such a legend. No one wants to test you, and that you give that appearance that fuck you. You may cripple me, but I'm gonna beat the shit out of you like the legend that I am.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where Daniel Bryan loses it. Is that Daniel Bryan never gives that. He never gives that intimidation of I may end up paralyzed, but I'm gonna paralyze you too. You know who the fuck I am? That's what he doesn't give a card. Now, Kurt Angle, to his credit, has been giving him that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I don't know what's going to happen once Stephanie comes back, which is as great of a heel as she is. I don't like her. I don't like her character.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you can't say anything.
It's very rare that she ever got any sort of repercussions. So the fact that she took that table bump at Mania was an amazing thing. Finally getting some repercussions, but yeah, week to week she'll slap the shit out of you, and there's nothing you can do about it.
I was gonna
Exactly.
I was just say
Because of the fear of getting fired.
they're in a rock and a hard place with Stephanie because she's amazing and she makes for amazing television, but like it's worn out.
Yeah.
Like that whole thing is worn out. I don't think there's really anything more you can do with that. She's the bad guy. She's going to come in. She's going to slap people. She's going to threaten to fire people. I mean, I get it. Yeah, there's repercussions for coming up against her. She can sick her husband on them, things like that. But it's tired.
Yeah, it felt more like she was taking a back seat a little bit. Like she was a little more fair this last time around and would sit back, but she still has to be the face of the brand.
But she wasn't fair.
No, definitely not.
Because at any time it looked like she was going to be fair, then she ended up being, Stephanie McMahon. And so like she would work with Foley a little bit, and there were times when it's like, oh wow, they get, and then she reverts. And here's the problem: when she reverts to the villain, then it's her villain is so good. It makes everything else unbelievable.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Anytime she was being nice, it was like, nah.
Right, exactly. Because
I'd rather her just...
like think back when she announced Foley as the general manager, how nice she was with him, or how they were going to work together, and they were friends. And then when she fired him,
yeah,
you're a piece of shit. You're this and that. It's like, whoa, really?
Yeah, I think long form they could do something with that. Like every once in a while, she tries to turn over a new leaf and it never ever works out. But they never really acknowledge it. They act like she's gonna be fair and just, but really firm, and then she just turns into a jerk every time. It's not the first time they've done that with her.
At this point, she should be like McMahon, like Vince. Just you're done. You're done. You come out every now and then, but you don't need to be there.
Everywhere you go, villainy follows.
Yeah, just you don't need to be there week to week.
It's like if Vicky Guerrero was being nice to you.
Yeah, I like Shane McMahon. For the most part, Shane McMahon's just his hands off.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't come over and try to. And now, mind you, he's a face, not a heel. But even if he was a heel, I don't think he would come over and step on anyone's, and try to downplay Daniel Bryan's power.
Right. Yeah.
Authority.
Yeah.
Which is what he did. Stephanie let Foley do what he wanted, and until she didn't want him to do that. Then she just came in and degraded him and reminded him that she's the boss and it was going to be her way, You can't congratulate the guy for making great matches, and then the next segment treat him like he's a piece of shit. You can't. It just at that point, it's just irrelevant.
And I think that's why the SmackDown team works so well together, because they are partners. They are 50-50. Shane always looks to D-Bry when it's like, well, you know, we need to talk about it. You know,
Right.
we make these decisions together.
Right, and what I like about Shane too is that the way he is, like with AJ Styles, he was the one defending AJ Styles,
Yeah.
you know, and then the fight happens, and it's like, whoa, I defended you, but you know what? Fuck you, I'll whip your ass, you know. And then after the match, they go and they shake hands, you know. I like that. I think, and we've said it a zillion times. You guys say it every time, even if I don't call it. SmackDown is for wrestling. Raw is for the casual wrestling fan. And because of that, the New Day should have stayed over there. I think they should have broke up Enzo and Kaz and sent Enzo over if you want to have a little bit of fucking, you know, joking or whatever, a little bit of comic relief, but also allow that guy to fucking start to be a wrestler. Because at this point, if you don't see Enzo and Kaz breaking up and Kaz becoming a heel, beating the shit out of fucking Enzo, because they're constantly losing because of Enzo.
Right. That's been teased since NXT.
Years upon years upon years.
It always feels like it's going to happen any minute.
Yeah, and at this point, if Enzo can wrestle, you would have, if you've only been watching wrestling for the last 5 months, you would know Enzo could wrestle. You wouldn't.
Right.
He gets in, he might get a move or two in. He gets the shit beat out of him, tags to Kaz. Kaz comes in, cleans house, tags to Enzo. Something happens. 1, 2, 3, Enzo's on his back.
Well, that's Enzo's job. As far as the tag team dynamic though goes, he's the babyface in trouble. He's
the heat.
And then Cass is dancing on the apron, waiting for the tag.
I get it. He's the Ricky. You know, he's pulling a Ricky Morton.
Exactly.
But Ricky Morton showed he could wrestle.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, over the last probably 5, 6 months, Kaz has not shown he could wrestle. Kaz has shown he could talk his mouth, and he's got a couple moves, but he hasn't shown that he could go in there and wrestle. I'd like to see Kaz go in there, do his 2 or 3 minutes, beat the shit out of somebody, or you know, out of a team, you know, and then a tag to Kaz should not always have to be a fucking hot tag.
It always seems like it is, doesn't it?
I mean,
And it always seems like it's Enzo's getting the shit beat out of him for 10 minutes, and then he hits that hot tag, and fucking Kaz comes in and cleans house,
maximum pop.
and then then he hits the tag to Enzo, and then Enzo loses the fucking match. It's just the way it's gone probably the last 5, 6 months.
And it frustrates you every time you see it. And I think that's the point of them with that right now. The perennial losers. You're always behind them. They could win. But yeah, I always wonder how they'll eventually, because I don't think it'll be so much Cass will like snap on them like right away, like after a loss. I think it'll be
But
just.
it's coming. You can already see it.
I'd love to see like Cass just start the match and like just win the match on his own and never tag Enzo, and then Enzo gets frustrated with it eventually, and then that's how they break up. I'd love that.
That's how the Steiners broke up.
Yeah, I'd love that.
I think that would be great.
Scott, of course, joining the NWO.
Let's see, Rick winning all the matches. No?
Well, didn't Rick go NWO for a minute before he quit?
I think everybody. I'm pretty sure you did as well.
Rick
I
actually,
wasn't-
Justin
no,
had a moment.
I went LWO. I
Yeah.
went LWO.
Of course
That's
you
what
did.
I did. And then
Pablo La
and then I
Vida.
went
My favorite La Parka.
PWO. Then I went PWO. And then I went Job Squad. Then I went back to PWO. If you want to follow my wrestling career.
Ain't no problem with that. Pin and pay him.
Pin me pin.
All right, guys.
All right, we're coming up on the hour anyway, so thank you for calling in,
right.
Freda.
No problem, man. I love you guys. # WrestlePals.
Later, sir.
Bye.
Hashtag WrestlePalFredo. So before we take it into the hour here, Jinder Mahal heading over to SmackDown.
Yeah.
Look at him, like, meaning something.
Killing Finn Balor.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he's just working hard, dude.
And then he was on Talking Smack.
Yeah.
Already making something of himself.
The beauty of SmackDown is, hey, these are the tools we have. Let's care for all of them, develop something for every one of them, and we're going to get something out of each individual instead of, hey, how high can we ride this one rocket?
Yeah.
How far can we ride Roman Reigns? Right into the ambulance. Okay, let's have Braun beat the shit out of everyone.
You deserve it.
God, that's so mean.
Oh, not only is it mean.
Well done, though.
Man, come on.
Roman Reigns is going to beat Braun Strowman.
Yeah. Which isn't a problem if you want the heel reaction. If you want the booze, then cool. Why are we not steering into that? Sure.
I hope Roman cheats.
Please. Not a damn Superman punch, not a damn spear, not a two-rope spear.
That's what you gotta get. Oh, good.
Well, again, and if that's what you want to do, fine, because I will boo that. If I'm supposed to boo it.
God, you know what? Every time the Roman Reigns segment happens, I go, I'm gonna give it a chance. I really do this because I want to be a good fan. I see it and I go, okay, I'm gonna let him win me over here. And then at the end of it, I'm like, God, come on, man. It makes me so sad. I want to cheer him. I do. I want to get my own catcher's protector and put it on with a couple of R's on there. No,
as many R's as possible.
Probably, I guess.
All right. Okay,
Sorry.
so we'll wrap up whatever SmackDown talk we have.
I know.
On the other side.
We ended up on Raw, and we got a little surly again. We're going to do nothing but happy SmackDown.
And then NXT.
And some ecstatic NXT.
NXT from 2012.
And even today, we'll talk about the prospects of today as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, oh, God, everybody's gone. What are they going to do? I don't know. Excel.
Stuff. Yeah, we'll do stuff. Don't worry about us. We'll be good. Let me find something to play, huh? Because I should do that.
This is terrible. The only way I can refocus the camera is literally a Ty Dillinger call out.
10.
Just zoom. Okay, look at it. Come back to my head.
All right, so we're going to play this tune, and then we will be right back. It's hashtag WrestlePals, only on our station, Radio Free Radio.
think this is over? Or we're just getting started, baby? Because I'm staying hype!
It's time for hashtag WrestlePals Hour 2.
Drink it in, man.
I wish I had enough room to like fully turn around and do Christ pose and do the whole thing.
I'll throw together a little gif of it. It'll be great. Put it down there.
Good times.
Constant Justin.
Hashtag WrestlePals back for hour 2. Hey, you dig this program? I know you do. You dig any of the programs on Radio Free Radio? Patreon.com/Radio Free Radio. We need at least $3.50. We need $3.50 at least, or $350 rather, more a month. We're looking at hopefully renting a place, and we need
Sounds like we're gonna live together. I'm okay with this.
we need some money, man. Like I hate to put it that way because it sounds like begging, but I'm begging you.
Nah, we want to put our content has value, Justin.
Yeah.
And if you think so too, hey man, help us put more and better stuff out there.
We can do better.
Yeah, we can get a better goddamn camera.
We can get better cameras. We can get a space where we can do more things. Mm-hmm. Like we have the spot for the green screen, which is great. We haven't had much of a chance to use it yet since we moved it over there.
Right.
But we had the space. But if we had a space where it was just dedicated to that, just video stuff, and if we had a space that was just dedicated to the radio stuff, we had a space that could sound better to where we could upgrade our mics. Like right now, it just wouldn't make sense for us even if we had the money.
Yeah.
It just wouldn't make sense for us. There's just so much more we can do and we want to do, but we can only do it with your help.
We grow incrementally, and the next increment is going to be a big one. We've done about as much growing as we can do. Mm-hmm. We still every time we can find a piece to upgrade, we do.
Yes,
but we want to make that big transition because it's the only thing holding us back at the moment.
Yeah, and it would be nice because we've been talking all along about doing a stand-up night. It would be awesome to be able to like have some bands. We can't in a garage at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night.
We can.
Ask Matt about that.
Oh, Matt said no. Then no, we can't. Matt's sleepy. He's just don't text me now, a-hole.
There's just so much more we can do, and it would if we could do it in a space to where we don't have to worry about neighbors, where we don't have to worry about the cops getting called on us because we're in a building.
We'll have parking.
We'll have parking. Oh my God! Imagine that.
Little things you don't realize that you miss until you don't have it.
Yeah. So these are just things we're really trying to get to, and we can only do it with your help. So please help if you can, and if you can't, the best way you can help is sharing patreon.com/Radio Free Radio. Get it shared out to people that we're not reaching. Mm-hmm. And it's $1 a month, man. That works out to $12. $12 in a year helps us greatly.
Mm-hmm. Justin will call you personally.
Give me your number. I will. I promise.
Really?
Yeah.
Should have sold you harder on that. Justin will tell you he loves you personally.
Mm-hmm. I will.
Really?
Absolutely. Here, let me bring up the Patreon.
Let's see if I can push it too far. No.
I'm going to bring up the Patreon, and we're going to before we get into talking about anything, I'm going to say I love everybody who is a patron rather. Can I bring up the list of patrons?
Is that our new revolving Patreon video?
Well, it's technically what I wanted to do.
Bill Stevenson. I love you.
Patron manager. Here we go. Sorry, doing this on the fly, folks. View all current patrons.
Anonymous. We love you. Tell us what kind of a love you want. Friendly, infatuation, or a sexy love? Do you want a sexy love?
Laurel Tucker. Thank you. I love you. Sandwich. I love you. Thank you. Leslie Anderson. I love you. Thank you.
Aw.
Taylor Lavoie. You've been declined. This is upsetting.
Oh, Jesus.
Bitstring. We all know you as Punkbot. Thank you. I love you. Brian Lewis. Thank you. I love you. Matt Holloman. Thank you. I love you. Barry. Thank you. I love you. Keith. Thank you. I love you. Zach Jones. Thank you. I love you. Sarah Hill. Thank you. I love you. Matt Wade. Thank you. I love you. That's the good reverend, right? The pastor.
I could bring that clip up or picture up, but I don't think he's going to call it.
Jessica Shields. Thank you. I love you.
Oh, hey.
John Golden. Thank you. I love you. Says Ronnie Mexico declined. I still love you. Kyle Russo. Kyle Russo, I love you.
I love him more, man.
Gina Mastropasqua, I love you. Thank you. Cy Pedalston, thank you. I love you.
Hey.
Tim Anderson, thank you. I love you. Iris, I'm sorry. Looks like you've been declined.
Oh, jeez.
Mindfuckery Afoot is the name. Thank you. I love you. Maton 3, better known as Matt Thomas. Thank you. I love you. Debbie Lewis. Thank you. I love you. Mouthy Broadcast. Thank you. I love you. Jessica Sheck. Thank you. I love you. Vera Yatsula. Thank you. I love you. Katie Markle declined. Unbelievable. That move to Italy. I guess I understand.
Well, we're getting into lira now. It's nice.
Ah, yes. Drew Martin declined. Unbelievable. Let's get this fixed. David Atkinson, thank you. I love you. Dustin Slaughter, thank you. I love you. Tom White, not that one. Declined. Don Piffalo, thank you. I love you. Patty Lewis, thank you. I love you. Linda Mosdale, thank you. I love you. Laquita Staten, thank you. I love you. Matt Francis, thank you. I love you. Brittany Cannon, declined. Kate Cook, declined.
Unbelievable.
So some people should,
Is that what we say now?
unbelievable.
Will you stop? Oh, God. You know what? That may just be for us. I don't care. Makes me happy.
Denied. Exactly, Jason. Jarrett. I almost called Jarrett Jason because I'm a bad person. Hi, Jarrett.
Unbelievable.
Will you stop?
Yeah.
So we talked a little bit about Jinder. Looks like he's not going to be hindered anymore.
Dude. Like, come on. Okay, the whole thing with Sami Zayn, for the longest time, is like, he'd be so great on SmackDown. And that's been, they hinted at it in storyline-wise. He'd be so great on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Would you like to be on SmackDown? SmackDown.
SmackDown.
Exactly.
SmackDown.
And he goes there. There's a reason. Who wouldn't want to go over there? Are you not doing anything with him? Send him over there.
Yeah.
Even if you're losing, you're advancing storyline-wise.
Yeah.
Who's been the perennial loser on SmackDown lately?
Well, it
For
was,
4 months now.
it was Hawkins.
Okay, hold on. He's amazing. You leave him alone.
They got rid of him.
I know.
Now he's losing over on Raw.
He goes over to Raw. He gets punched in the face.
Yeah.
Seems like a bad move. Maybe don't go.
Don't do it, man.
But who has been the perennial loser on SmackDown?
Steve?
Ziggler.
Yes.
And a little bit of an attitude change, not a total repackaging, not a re-gimmicking. He's just changed a little bit of attitude. He's been the perennial loser, and he's been riding that.
And there's been reasons for his loss, though, because he doesn't care about winning.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
and that is developing as a character. And if that was happening over on Raw, you'd be so
Drowning.
so down there that there's no hope of coming back. He is going into a program with Nakamura.
Oh, my God!
And it's going to be great. And if
gonna
he
be
loses,
great.
it's going to be fine.
Did you see Ziggler on Talking Smack?
No.
He goes, this Nakamura cat, I've never heard of him. I've never seen him.
What's he ever done?
Yeah,
Why'd my voice go like that?
that's awesome. I love it.
Yes, exactly.
Everybody's talking about him.
I don't know why.
I don't know why.
He ain't here. Who
Yeah.
is? Me. Me, baby. Me.
And I mean, of course he's going to lose that program, but
Yeah.
who cares? These matches are going to be great.
As his profile continues to rise.
Right. I mean, let's face the facts.
Oh, no, he went to Raw.
You're right. But,
Even Matt Fax is over there.
yeah.
He's posting on Twitter as Matt Hardy and as Broken Matt Hardy.
Nice.
It's stupid. I love it. Okay, continue.
Ziggler's probably never going to be world champ. I don't think...
They'll always tease it as though he has, and he could potentially be a threat to anybody at any time again. but he doesn't need to now because his profile.
He finally is at a point where I don't think he needs it. With SmackDown being the land of opportunity, I actually believe that literally is what that place is.
Right.
He could, and it wouldn't be that hard to get him into the picture, especially now. You moved some of the heavy hitters out of the way.
Yeah.
It's possible that he works his way up to Orton, even with a loss to Shinsuke. Works his way up to Orton, and sure, I'll take Orton versus Ziggler. But is it necessary? No.
And he can move up in different ways too.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be total dominance win, total dominance win, total dominance win, into the title picture, lose, you're out. No, he can just get in Orton's head. Just annoy him until he wants to fight. Fantastic the way that they're not everybody is approaching the same goal in the same way.
Yeah.
And as a result, you get an interesting, well-told show. Ziggler on a losing streak. Still a higher profile than anybody. Definitely higher profile than Kalisto over on Raw.
First night over, gets his ass handed to him.
I'm surprised they didn't beat the shit out of Apollo Crews too.
Right.
I mean, it felt like Apollo Crews was drowning a bit on SmackDown, so maybe the shakeup can be good for him. He can go be a big man over on Raw.
No, they're gonna be Bo Dallas. He's gonna be Curtis Axel. He's gonna just
He's gonna
be on main event.
Yeah,
And that's all they're gonna do with him.
it's a main event. Right? They still record it. They're just
Yeah, I don't have time for it, man. Like occasionally, I'll pop it on just to see what's been happening on it, but nothing important happens there anymore.
important part of the shakeup that we haven't discussed yet. Where the hell is Otunga?
Filming a movie.
I'm excited to get my 3 hours of Otunga every week now. And no Otunga.
No Otunga.
All right.
Atamamanga. Booker T taking his place until he comes back from filming.
Shucky.
Hey, big man.
Ducky.
Matt says, "Hey, big man."
Shut up!
Hey, big man.
Insult me, then ask me for money. Thanks. Big man. I know what you're saying.
Hashtag WrestlePals. You're on the air.
Uh-oh.
Hey, big man. Hey, big man.
How did you
Big
get
man.
your number?
I'll take my answer off the air.
Hang up. Is he hung up?
Yeah.
So we're okay. Let's delve into SmackDown.
Yes.
What has happened over at SmackDown? We've been a little all over the place, but we're excited, and it's a time when everything's kind of restructuring and things are falling back in order again.
All right. So I don't know if we talked about this last week. I think we brought up Gotch got released.
Yeah.
Who's Granted is released. And Aiden English is out on his own. Spotlight, please.
Now look, the Vaudevillains gimmick should never have worked on a
No,
big stage.
It never should have.
And honestly, this one shouldn't, but he has enough weird charisma, and SmackDown is a weird place, man.
Yeah, man.
He's gonna make it work.
He's
He's gotta make it work.
I mean, at that level, he's probably looking at just mid card, but like it'll be interesting mid card, which is important. Like let yourself.
He's gonna get into a little four-way for number one contender for U.S. title.
Sure.
And he's gonna do well there, and he's gonna make other people look amazing.
And then now suddenly there's literally
There's
spotlight
some-
on him.
there's
Suddenly
some
you
life
see
to
he
him.
can do something.
I
Yeah.
know, the fact, like that could have been the just kiss of death for anyone else. Like your partner's too much of an a-hole, and he's out of here. I don't know what we're gonna do with you. We'll get back to you eventually. No, put him out there. He's been a good dude.
Yeah, I mean they put it out to. I mean this was what he was before
Yeah.
the Vaudevillains, before Gotch, and I'm interesting. He had the mic drop was his finish. It'll be a while before we start seeing him like get big wins,
Right.
and finishing people off, but it was cool because he wrestled Ty Dillinger, who also I'm really super excited. They brought him in 2 wins, and one's Kurt Hawkins, right?
Hey,
But still,
face facts.
yeah.
I love Kurt Hawkins.
And then, no, I'm sorry. I think I'm wrong. No. Okay, no, I'm right. Because Kurt Hawkins was the first week, and he goes, I'll give you till 10. 10. And that's Ty Dillinger's debut.
Well
Beautiful.
done.
And then, last week, Aiden English is singing because Yes, that's what he's gonna do now. Yes,
That's what he's gonna do now.
I like it. I love it. And Dillinger comes out. They have a solid match. Mm-hmm. You know, and again, that's probably where English is going to be for a while. But it's better when with the Vaudevillains, he was just off of television.
Or they were the entry level tag team to roll through.
Yeah,
The Glass Joe, if you will. But then you talk about the rest of SmackDown, and it's fantastic to ship off the big dudes.
yes.
Because then you got dudes like Jinder Mahal. You're going to get fantastic programs with Jinder Mahal, with Ty Dillinger,
yeah,
with Aiden English. These all feel like contemporaries, and they all feel high enough profile, though very different directions, high enough profile with each other that they can be contemporaries, and you can get a match out of them. And it can go either way. And you know that they're going to be protected coming out of it. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing.
I don't know why I want this so bad right now.
What do you want? What do you want?
Aiden English versus Sami Zayn.
It's fine. And you know, Sammy has taken loss after loss after loss on Raw.
Yeah.
And that's a great place for Aiden English to lose.
Yeah.
But lose well.
Yes.
Who can you lose well to? Sami Zayn. It's amazing. So these are the opportunities that we're talking about. We haven't mentioned them yet. I'm gonna roll that over.
Dive right in.
Okay. Hold on. Okay. And make sure. Focus, you friggin' camera. Let me try the different shot. There we go. Maybe if I sit back. It's my head. I swear it's my head.
Hey, big man.
You'd figure we'd be able to focus on such a target. Speaking of big man, Luke Harper is still on SmackDown.
That's right, baby.
Oh my God! You know what? We had such hopes going into Mania that we were going to get the Wyatt three-way. It could have been amazing. Do they have faith in Luke Harper that he's going to be able to do something here? And okay, I guess we'll go back burner. After Mania season's a good time to play. It's like he's staying on SmackDown, and he's going to be relevant.
Yes.
And he's not going to need. And with Bray out of the picture over on the Raw, sad to see Bray go over there. But Luke Harper's going to be able to shine on here.
Yes. And, I mean, it probably, because he has an existing feud with Orton. Mm-hmm. Orton is in that. He leans more heel than babyface anyway, tweener. Right. He could go right there.
So the beauty of SmackDown is I feel like everybody could ride that tweener line.
Yeah.
They're characters. And you know, I've got the SmackDown roster pulled up here. They still have Eric Rowan listed as there.
Yeah.
Is he staying SmackDown?
Mm-hmm. He wrestled Orton last week.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Great.
Cool. I mean, they're going to find a use for Rowan.
He's not just going to be a big dude standing in the background.
I like it.
As much as I've loved the Wyatt family, I'm more excited for the broken up Wyatt family.
You know,
Bray doesn't need it.
right.
But he's used it as a tool as best he can. But Luke Harper's too fantastic for talent, and I want to see more out of Eric Rowan.
I just, you know, we saw that little glimmer the first time the Wyatt family, well, when Rowan basically turned on them.
Mm-hmm. I don't like bullies.
Yeah,
I'm a genius.
and I mean, you know, it is whatever. But yeah, it gave us this glimpse at what could be, and then you throw him Big
right.
Show stairs match, and you know that put an end to
That
that.
was fine. I like big dumb things.
Again, yeah, it was fine. It was serviceable, but that was basically the end of the road.
Mm-hmm.
After that, he gets canned with Ryback and Ziggs, and
But he had a fun little. I loved his solo theme. I hope that comes back.
yeah,
too.
it did.
You did?
Yeah,
How did I miss this?
I don't know. Did you watch SmackDown,
I
bro?
thought I did.
Maybe you didn't.
Maybe I didn't. Tell me. What are they doing here?
Epico and Primo.
Regale me with the glory of Epico and Primo.
Okay, so I don't know. I mean,
He's putting the coffee down. He's serious.
I don't know if they're just abandoning the Shining Stars name,
I'm fine with this.
but it looks like they're at least abandoning here's these pamphlets, because they came out
Aw,
and they whooped some ass.
fantastic.
Dude, like, again, they've been this joke over on Raw.
Yeah, they've been entry level as well.
And, you know, somebody has to be. I get it. But these guys are a good tag team.
You know, I'm not so sure we need that entry level anymore, especially with SmackDown. And I have hope with them as a credible team. They could be amazing. The Ascension, taken as a credible team, can be amazing.
Yeah.
Breezango, taken as a credible team, you know they can be amazing.
Yes.
But if the Shining Stars have officially abandoned their pamphlets, the fact that we don't get a pamphlet versus fashion police ticket match makes me very upset. It's a pamphlet. Here's a ticket. Oh, it would make me so happy.
Well, we had Epico and Primo beating up American Alpha of all teams, who had their rematch with the Usos. So I'm finally a little love getting thrown towards this because
That's all it takes. Just a little.
The SmackDown tag division started super hot, but I feel like it fell off real fast, and it didn't really get any attention. Again, on paper, it's actually always been better than Raw's. Mm-hmm. And the few matches we were getting were better.
Well, they had like a weird. It almost seemed like when SmackDown's tag division was starting up, it's like, okay, we're gonna have to ride this Heath train because this is something fun here.
Yeah,
Heath and Rhino, and it was a fun story. Mm-hmm. And then it looked like they were moving towards a direction with Mojo and Zack Ryder. And with Ryder getting injured and Mojo kind of rolling out on his own, they find a place for Mojo. Mojo's got a fun little place. Mojo isn't that? You're gonna get Mojo, Mahal. You're gonna get Ty and Zayn. These are people that are contemporaries and fantastic. It's fantastic to see them. Beside the point, it feels like the tag division got a little. The tag division on SmackDown feels like they got the same deal that the Universal title on Raw got hit with. Mm-hmm. It's like we've got these ideas for a 6 to 8 month worth of programming. Oh shit, we stumbled out of the blocks because of an injury.
Yeah,
and recovered. I feel like the Universal title on Raw is recovering fine now. It's in recovery. It's in some hellacious recovery right now.
Dormant, but
no. Well, it's fine. That's a fine place for it to be right now because it was dormant on Owens.
Yeah,
which stinks.
And he was there every week.
He was, but he wasn't treated like it was a big deal when he was there, and that stinks. But Brock will make it a big deal. Mm-hmm. And Owens, you see, he's issuing his open. He's issuing a bit of an open challenge a little bit. Just looking through the SmackDown preview for tonight, it's like, oh, this is what the hell am I doing?
Oh,
Why?
Dean Ambrose.
Oh, was Leslie on the browser? Get out of there! Get off of Dean Ambrose page. It's just his render zoomed in various places. It's terrible. I want to bring up the preview. Oh God, we'll have to mention that too.
Oh yeah.
No, I don't want to take it.
Do you want to? Yeah, let's take it on air.
Do you want to take an exclusive survey from about WWE.com?
Yeah, let's take it on air.
Yes, I would like to.
Yes, let's.
Please ignore this window until after your visit. You can continue. Oh,
where's your survey?
It's just browsing your. It's just collecting our browsing garbage.
Oh,
beat it! I wanted to answer questions like, "What the hell do you expect out of a House of Horrors match?"
Yeah.
Kind of garbage, honestly. Gonna go in a haunted house. There's gonna be a thing with a mirror. And the warden's going to attack a mirror, and it's going to break. And Wyatt's going to be like, ha, 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 I was behind you. You saw a reflection. Okay, I'm getting sad again. Let's not do this. Shows. Smirkdern.
I don't even know what's happening right now.
SmackDown. It's a little preview for tonight, man. First of all, look at this. This is what we've got going into tonight. We talk about potential for people.
Yeah.
Who will be Randy Orton's next challenger?
Look at that, right in the front and center.
Look at this. They've got a little six-pack challenge. Again, one of these matches where you don't lose any of your profile by losing.
Yeah.
But somebody gets a little bit of a boost. And everybody gets a lift.
Oh, my God.
This is the 6.
I dig
One
it.
of these 6 is going to be your contender for the championship. Mojo Rawley.
Mm-hmm. That's big for him.
Yeah. Coming off the Andre the Giant win. win. Ziggler, a perennial, also ran.
He
but
won it.
Legitimacy.
And he won a 6-pack challenge going into SummerSlam. Mm-hmm. That's how he wrestled Ambrose.
So he could very well come out of this again.
He could.
And further that, but he has directions, win or lose.
Mm-hmm.
Sami Zayn getting boosted into the title picture. Zayn Orton.
Yeah.
Mahal with credibility?
Good for him.
Fantastic!
Yeah, I mean, you get the feeling Mojo and Mahal will take each other out.
Yeah,
obviously.
they're going to get Gronk in the goddamn ring. Gronk's gonna be up there. It's gonna be Mahal and the security lady from WrestleMania versus Mojo and the. What's a Gronk? Is that a person?
Gronkowski.
Don't you curse at me. And the remaining two in the 6-pack challenge. Harper and Rowan.
Beautiful.
They're gonna go at each other.
Yeah.
Or they're gonna team up a little bit, but like they're going on instinct, and then they're gonna turn on each other.
But
This is gonna be great. SmackDown has me happy again.
But two things.
Yes.
Number one, look who's front and center.
Luke Harper.
Beautiful. Number two,
After seeing the WrestleMania promo posters, it's nice to see some friggin' workhorses, people that I care about and I want to see succeed, being shown front and center.
and number two, like if you just look at that, if you just glance at it,
Uh-huh.
who is the highest profile? Like using SmackDown's recent history, who is the most likely to win?
Most likely to win. If this were Raw, I would say, Ziggler's going to win. They're going to do Ziggler, Orton, and those be, come on, we're getting past this crap pay-per-view to get to the biggins. This is just a filler thing. The people are going to buy the pay-per-views. Meanwhile, SmackDown's like, no, we want to do a show.
Yeah.
We want to do a show that has a continuous storyline where you tune in and care every week. It could be anything.
It could be.
And none of them are bad choices.
Right, but likely. Using past story, using the last couple months of SmackDown television
Last couple of months of SmackDown
to tell the
television.
story. Continuation of pretty much the night after SmackDown.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, SummerSlam, rather. Luke Harper.
I know.
Doesn't he have to be the most likely? I'm not saying
Maybe.
he definitely does.
It depends on what direct, because coming out of this, they'll have directions for everybody. So Ziggler's got Nakamura right now.
Right.
So he's going to be busy for a couple weeks with that. They're going to build to it. You're going to finally get a match. The fact that they're not even letting Nakamura do more than entrance at the moment, fantastic.
But yeah.
Don't show it off yet, because he was slowing down towards the end of the NXT run. Let him get in there, show a little bit, and then ramp it up come pay-per-view time.
Yeah, give me his first match at the pay-per-view.
Don't kill yourself every week. Let it be special. And they do a fantastic job of letting it be special, letting me care, but giving me enough other things to fill out the show. SmackDown good.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All hail Reign Lord.
So who else would you got coming up? And you want Mahal and Mojo coming out of there.
Right.
So that leaves kind of Zayn. I don't know, man. Zayn and Rowan? You can get a fun little program out of that.
Yeah.
Zayn's going to make you look good. And Rowan gets the... Rowan would be... When you're talking about big men, they're not... God damn it. Now
The
we're
big
talking...
man.
Stop it! Now, when you're talking about big men, you're big men on SmackDown now. Harper, Rowan, Corbin.
Corbin, yeah.
They're not the huge irrepressible monsters that are over on Raw flipping over ambulances and shit. The fact that you're gonna it's gonna be so good. So Rowan can look like a monster with Zayn, and Zayn can be credible against Rowan and make Rowan look more credible. No, so yeah, if I can get Harper Orton again, that was good.
Yeah, that was really good.
And I'd love to see a little more long form with that.
Yeah.
Now that WrestleMania is out of the way.
Harper with a microphone. Finally getting to step out.
Well, the only thing I can really say to that is, yeah. Come on, camera. Come on, camera.
Well, I guess more
Just drunk vision.
More my point of asking you that question was less about who's actually going to win, but elevation of Harper. Like, win or lose, Harper's elevated. Mm-hmm. Harper is top of the card.
Credible threat. Top of the card. That's all I've ever wanted. Ever since like I first got. I always feel like snobby when I'm talking about this. I saw him before he was Luke Harper, but just seeing my first exposure to him was a cage match in Chikara. Claudio Castagnoli versus Brody Lee. Luke Harper, Cesaro in a Chikara ring, Chikara style, big ass dudes, luching ass off. Amazing.
We'll dig into this more later, but speaking on Rowan and Harper, I've been watching 2012 NXT.
What?
And back to back weeks, within 3 weeks or so,
Uh-huh.
Bray Wyatt comes out introduces Harper as a new Wyatt family member.
Uh-huh.
A couple weeks later, introduces Rowan as a new Wyatt family member. I just watched those. And to see that 5 years later now,
Uh-huh.
to see them front and center, elevated,
Beautiful.
it's amazing. It's truly amazing to see, again, like, win or lose, Harper's front and center there.
Yeah.
He's the one you look at. He's the favorite.
And just to... SmackDown has made the transition that Raw has not. It always felt like with one major set of storyline going, when you had Raw and SmackDown were just kind of the same show before a brand split.
Right.
And for many, many years, from the friggin' 80s on, it was always, hey, let's bring in talent, let's churn them through. Mm-hmm. We're done with them, cool, get out. Hey, bring in talent, let's churn them through. SmackDown is in a glorious period where I feel like, hey, we're not just going to churn these guys out. We're going to develop all of them, and we're going to have a good show. Meanwhile, Raw still feels like they're building up Strowman to churn him into Roman. An old style of, okay, and when we're done with him, we'll send him off, and it won't be a big deal anymore. And what are we going to do with him then? Doesn't matter. We got to build the top of the card. We have to have one person bigger than life selling the most stuff.
And this is a comment I've been sitting on most of this conversation.
Gimme.
You just grazed my thought.
Hit me.
And this is the important thing about SmackDown. The whole card has to be good.
Yes.
Mid-card is super important. I have to be interested in what happens in the mid-card. I have to want to see these mid-card matches. And that will make these main event matches bigger.
Yeah.
Stand out. Because build. It's Wrestle Kingdom is the perfect example. Build the whole night. Bam, main event's here. Holy hell. This is big.
How could they step it up anymore? Oh,
Okay,
here it is.
They did.
For 30 minutes.
I don't know, man. Like, I don't know if I'm just being a pessimist with Raw or if I have reason to be. It feels like for a change because I am. It's weird that I'm a pessimist when it comes to wrestling. I'm so willing to forgive, and maybe I'll get back to Raw next week.
I hope
Make me care.
SmackDown overtakes in the ratings.
Yes.
And I hope that it's too soon for them to go, okay, let's do another shakeup and take some big names over. It's like I'm sorry. I feel sorry. How good could Miz be in this program? These guys are going to be amazing on SmackDown. That's what SmackDown does. Here are the tools we have. Let's use them all to the best of our ability to make the best product. Miz has benefited from that. Mm-hmm. He's going to go over to Raw now.
And he's going to be completely lost.
Or he's going to have to build his own segment out.
Yeah.
Which he's done. He's had the opportunity to and done on SmackDown. He has to continue it, and the second it flounders, you're out, man. You're gone.
I mean, look at the situation they've put him in. If Miz succeeds, it's going to be at the expense of Dean Ambrose.
Uh-huh.
That's just not smart.
And what the hell was the point?
Yeah. Why did you bring them both over then? Okay.
I just don't get it, man. But I have hope that Raw isn't such a monolith that it's incapable of changing direction a little bit and adjusting.
No, you said...
Yeah, I didn't believe it either.
You said
I'm a liar.
that tonight Owens is issuing a bit of an open challenge?
Owens issues Face of America Open Challenge.
Beautiful.
And it's just a graphic of Owens still with a beard. I guess I didn't see. Beard stayed on Raw. And gray. So vacant.
Who do you think that's going to be?
Probably be Jericho in a mask. We're going to get Pico! We're going to get Pekin Jericho with a mask on. It's just
That'd be fun.
That would be amazing. I want Jericho dressed as La Luchadora. the high hip waisted never mind.
Well, Styles is the number one contender for the U.S. Championship.
So it won't be Styles.
The likeliness that it's Styles is low. Zayn is already going to be in the 6-pack.
Oh,
So who does that leave open?
Let's see. All right, let's start at the top of the roster here. This would be a fantastic time for New Day to break into singles competition. Big E steps in there. Big E, Owens, even Xavier. Xavier can go in there, take a loss. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
And you know what? While Kofi's out for a little while, I'd love to see them branch into that.
They don't have to just be a tag team.
They can be a stable.
They can come back together when it's necessary.
Okay, so who's not involved in the moment? Does Corbin have a program with anybody?
Technically,
I
no.
don't-
They moved his program over to Raw with
Yeah.
Miz.
And I don't think they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna throw Corbin to Owens for that, unless it's like we want to watch Owens just barely overcome this monster, and have that on the back burner that Corbin could be around.
I mean,
But,
the
yeah.
only reason it could be Corbin is because he was the first one to greet Owens last week.
Mm-hmm.
So it's possible.
Okay, let's see. Is teams. John Cena? No. Kane is on the SmackDown roster.
Yeah.
He's running for
Yes,
mayor.
he is.
It's great.
Yes, he is. If I was there, I'd vote for
The
him.
devil's favorite mayor. It's great. And I love the little press release. It's like, being a WWE, I can live anywhere in the world. I choose to live here because I love it. Vote for me. He's out with surgery right now.
Yeah.
He's out with the shoulder thing.
Yeah, we haven't even touched on
We
that.
haven't
How
even-
happy
I
I am
wanna
about
touch
that.
him.
I can't wait.
Oh, Sin Cara. Mm.
10. He's Canadian.
Ty Dillinger can come out there.
They're both Canadian.
Niagara Falls. That's almost America, right?
Yeah.
It's on the border. It's close. The face of Canada. Rah.
How close is Ryder to coming back?
I don't know. Wonder if he's gonna have the beard. Bet the beard's gone. Or he comes back with a giant just Harper beard. Like, hey, what's up? I got one of these too.
Hey, it's shaking. Well, I don't see any like definitives. I don't see anybody that says yes, that's the guy.
No, I think the biggest prospect is probably Ty.
Probably.
And have a good competitive match with Owens. Here's your former Universal Champion from Raw, and Ty Dillinger is going to get him run for the money, make him look great, and Owens is going to make him look great. Ultimately, get the loss. And this is the problem I've had with Owens as Universal Champion. It's like, man, is he going to pop up Powerbomb Goldberg? Holy Jesus Christmas! I'm not saying he can't. I'm just saying it's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
I want to see with people he can move with a little bit, you know? And then you got Sin Cara over there, I guess. I don't know. And we haven't mentioned him yet. Is Lana a stripper now?
Maybe.
I love giving you the obvious question and then just not asking it.
Perhaps.
Rusev. When he comes back, he's
So
gonna.
excited for him.
They're going to use him so well.
I am so
and he's
excited
gonna be
for him.
so good, and he's gonna be the he's gonna be U.S. champion again.
Yeah.
And he's gonna be chasing it. I want to represent America because it's okay. I like you guys. You're fine. And he's gonna have like a weird adversarial relationship. It's gonna be the weird odd couple. They're gonna love each other but hate each other. Oh, America.
He really,
okay.
obviously,
I'll get it from the Canadian.
obviously, I wanted to see Zayn come over.
Uh-huh.
I'm excited to see New Day come over, but I think Rusev was the one that like I'm the most excited for because like I just feel like he was being treated so poorly.
Oh God! And he's kept himself relevant because he's so charismatic and entertaining. Mm-hmm. And he's charismatic by being over the top and ridiculous. Sorry, Apollo, but he's just handles himself so well. He's so believable as the ridiculous shit that he is, and it's great.
And it's going to be awesome because again, Rusev on Talking Smack.
So good.
We didn't even talk about Owens was on Talking Smack.
Was the beard there?
No, still on Raw.
Shame. Break up a good team.
And Owens, his angle with this was, so you guys didn't draft me. And like he made it super awkward, like pretty much from firstly he took his shoes off and put them up on the desk.
His shoes or his feet?
His shoes.
So stupid.
He took his shoes off. Hey, check out my shoes, and put them on the desk. But then like his angle was, so yeah, I'm here now, yeah, but you guys didn't draft me, so you didn't really want me.
Drafted the title. Cool.
And so you guys pulled me over now, because I've proven myself. But I'm not here for you. I'm gonna go out there and be awesome for me, as I always have. And so like he made it awkward. He's taking the same angle that Miz did, essentially,
Right.
only not being like angry and yelling, just being laid back and condescending. Mm-hmm. And it's gonna be bigger than Miz did. It's gonna be better than Miz did. And again, I've been singing the praises of Miz, and Miz has been he's been incredible.
They get more tools to play with over on SmackDown.
This is gonna be amazing for Owens, and this is why I hope Fredo is wrong about Owens losing to Jericho.
Yeah.
I want him to stay there
Yeah.
because talking smack would be incredible for him, and he could mean something.
God, all of those guys benefit from it.
Yeah.
There's nobody that I wouldn't want to see there. I
can't
can't
wait
wait to see Aiden.
Right.
Aiden English there at the top. I'd want to see him come on and just singing shit. Yeah, it felt like American Alpha was a little flat when they were on there.
They were fine, but they never excelled. It wasn't like Slater and Rhino where they had this weird chemistry together and it just worked.
It's so stupid. God, I
Give me
want to.
Brazongo
I
on.
want to see Primo and Epico on there.
Yeah.
I want to. Ellsworth. That's fine. Give me Mo Jinda.
Yeah.
How much Jinda? Mo Jinda. I want to see the Ascension on there. I want to see the Surf Dudes with attitudes on there. So good. Did you make it through all the Southpaw Regional Wrestling?
I've watched
How
the first two.
dare you.
I know.
How dare you
Too
not
busy watching
once-
2012 NXT
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that.
and 99 or 98 Nitro.
Well, you want to delve into NXT a little bit? What's because this is what happens every time there's a weird little shakeup in call-ups, because you're gonna get the call-ups right after Mania. It's the time. It's the what? It's just weird pictures of John Cena everywhere. Creeps me out. Like it, mind you. But
Does WWE.com have a NXT roster?
I'm very curious. That's what I was looking for.
It looks like they have the champion listed.
Superstars current. Oh, there we go. Look at this. We could pull up a full roster of NXT.
Dig it.
And it's a bigger roster than you think it is. Who the hell is that? Oh, hey. Sweet. Oh, it's adorable. Hey, I've got potential. All right.
He's in a tag team.
Yeah,
With that other guy. Heavy Machinery. Nathan.
It's great. Okay, like after the call-up time, everybody's always like, "Oh, program's busted, things are weird, and developmental's getting savaged for the sake of these big. I guess it's cool. Well, go to the main roster. I guess NXT's gonna have to rebuild. No, NXT's fine.
NXT is fine. Now this time, like here's the problem that they had at the last Ravaging. The Balor's and all them when they went up. You left Shinsuke and Samoa Joe, and Shinsuke was just bigger than the entire brand. Like,
Yeah.
he was too big for NXT. I mean, that's the best way to put it. Now, I loved his time there. I loved him and Joe. I loved him and Rude, but he was bigger than the brand.
Yeah.
And it was smart hitting a hard reset when you send Shinsuke off, and you get these NXT talents out. Ty Dillinger, he's going to be back. Samson may or may not be, but you send those guys out. Let's hit the hard reset.
One thing from Raw last night that you may have missed
Did he show up again?
in the back of a Chris Jericho promo, and he made the list.
Good for him.
Didn't have a name. He just gave him some alliterative names. The daft drifting D word for people to sing. Whatever. And he just made a list. So yes, continue.
They hit the hard reset. They brought the new championships, so it has a new look. They've got a new theme. So it now it sounds and looks a little bit different. It's smart play.
A fantastic thing for them to do, because this isn't just developmental for talent. This is developmental for their entire
Everything.
staff.
Yep.
From production to refs to announcers to all of the stuff, and of course in-ring talent. So it's an exciting time because at Takeover you had a couple debuts. It's like they waited to bring people in specifically to NXT. Now these are people that have been associated with, but we haven't brought them in yet. They might have been signed a little while ago, but we haven't debuted them yet. They've saved it for NXT so that when this hard reset happened, this whole new kind of roster with a few carryovers, of course, but it's a entirely new landscape with exciting new people added in. The biggest one, I think, made the debut there at Takeover. Aleister Black.
Yeah, he's already got that big time entrance.
Yeah.
Did you watch NXT last week? He won in like 12 seconds.
It's fantastic.
He just came in. He stood there with his hands behind his back like this for like a couple seconds, and the guy like went to go get him, kick to the head, 1, 2, 3, over.
That's all he needs to be.
Done. I mean, until he faces anybody more credible.
Yeah, just you let the entrance be the big thing.
Yeah, he's a spectacle.
He's demon.
a
He's
spectator.
demon Finn Balor, except this doesn't wash off.
Yeah.
It's on his skin. He ain't going nowhere.
And you know, this is a good way to utilize him until you have a program ready for him. Let's just show what he can do, show how dangerous he can be. Let's show off this cool entrance that we've come up with, and then we'll go from there.
And it's
Beautiful.
It's going to be amazing. You know, we there's not really a whole lot to talk program wise for everybody yet, but this is a place for people to show off and build who they're going to be.
Right.
You don't need to necessarily get into the program unless you're closing in on the end of their developmental time, like the Revival, the Authors of Pain, DIY, going into that triple threat. They're all firmly established characters. Now they're playing in storylines, seeing how things interact. Revival goes up.
Yep.
And it's time. It's wonderful. And look, I don't know what it is about with the Authors. Oh, hold on, I gotta get the other one up here. Authors of Pain. He's down in the R's because he's Razor.
Yeah, Toka and Razar.
Okay, now Razar. He looks like a tough young man.
Sure.
But I go back up to Akam, and he just looks like a baby. He looks like a baby. I love him, man. Look at him. I'm going to have to put a pacifier. Oh, look. He's a baby face. Not in like the terms of a baby face, but he's so young. Am I just old?
Yes.
He doesn't look like a tough dude. He looks like, hey, you teenagers. I want to see. Okay, I'm sorry. They pick me up and bash me against someone else and throw me on the ground. But the Authors of Pain, I feel, have progressed amazingly by working with Revival and DIY.
Yeah.
And of course Ellering, just beautiful thing. What's up?
Nothing.
Right?
It's
Broken stuff. Then you have Sanity down there just running wild too. And there's the other big Authors of Pain, DIY, Sanity, and Bobby Roode and Asuka.
Right.
Have been the big holdovers. These are the new people they're kind of building around.
They're the center stage.
But I want to pull up that graphic while I got it anyway. The other title screen, I had to get Farouk out of there. Throwing up on the screen there, that's the graphic they're using for some of their tour stuff.
Yes.
Front and center, Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
Got a lot of faith in this. He's a big boy.
I put this out there as I was watching. He looks. He was the chosen one his first time around.
Yeah.
He looks like the chosen one now. Like he looks. I hate to say it. He looks like a big boy. And again, I've been watching 2012,
Right.
And so like he did like a short stint. Like he came in a couple times, and he just didn't look the part ever.
Right.
And you know, towards where I am right now, the 3-man band started, and that's where they had lost faith in him. Essentially, I mean, he was on television, cool. They're still using him, but now he looks like somebody not only that can be the NXT champion, but somebody like they can use on the main roster. Like he can come in and he could be somebody. Like he could be something exciting.
They're not just going to throw the Intercontinental title on him. He's going to earn the Intercontinental title.
Right.
Right. And yeah, he's one of those guys. And there's been so many that have benefited from like, I'm going to go out. I'm going to leave amicably. I'm going to go elsewhere. I'm going to do some things. I'm going to I'm going to build myself up, work my own shit out, and I'll be back, and we're going to do some amazing things. So excited to see him back. Also, throw the picture back up there again. Cassius Ohno.
Yes.
Left amicably, came back as they though
Even bigger.
he's I like it. I don't give a good god.
I don't either.
I need different body styles.
Yeah.
And I love he fits the mold of that old who the hell am I thinking of?
Bruiser Brody,
No.
Stan Hansen.
The kind of the Stan Hansen, the big ass, just Tully Blanchard looking
Bruiser.
dudes. You know?
Yeah.
No, not so much the just a big fighter dude, but like just thick. Like holy crap, we were driving through Kansas. This sumbitch was standing on the side of the road. We picked him up. He's 7 foot.
Yeah.
You didn't need to teach it. I know, I get it, but it's been corrupted. Nobody's 7 foot anymore. But yeah, just this big, just nasty dude.
It's funny because again, 2012 NXT
Mm-hmm.
is when he was thinner and he was there and he's wearing the glasses and he's just this bad guy and he's feuding with Richie Steamboat.
Oh Jesus, poor Richie Steamboat. That's basically back got fucked. What you gonna do?
I don't know. Like just in the things I've seen from him, we didn't lose anything.
Yeah,
I mean, again, I don't want him to get hurt. I just mean like we're not missing anything from him not being around. Actually, like where I am right now in 2012 NXT is they're building up. This was right before Ono left. Like he was feuding with Regal. And then after the Regal feud, like they build him. He switches to babyface, and it looks like he's about to feud the Wyatts. So I mean that's months down the line, but like they're just now. Like Regal just pulled. Was it? I think it was Trent Beretta because like he's had a couple matches with Trent Beretta here.
So yeah, and so Ono also on that promotional picture.
Yes.
Rude on there, of course. Asuka and Ember Moon. So we still get more of those. Ember's amazing. Developing more and more. She has the giant killer. I guess you could kill a giant. Yeah. But Asuka, I think the last count was she's 10 matches from the Goldberg streak.
I hope they make a big deal of that.
I hope she gets it. Honestly,
Agreed.
And also the last one on that promotional thing, Cien.
Good for him.
Cien. See, I don't have enough pictures to throw up. Dude, I've stumbled on this word before. I'm so worried about saying ingobernables that I'm not the progenitor, the developer of the Tranquilo. He's becoming a bigger a-hole.
Yeah.
And I love him for it. So good. I like it. Lay down in the ring. Because he tried to do that with Aleister Black, too.
Yeah.
And he was, like, laying too close. Like, I'm going to
Tranquilo.
get the fuck away. And it's like, oh, that was a bad one. Oh, go lay down somewhere else. So good. So, I'm just ditch the suspenders. Throw the hat away.
Yeah.
So,
Again, that's a
last
little
bit of
thing.
magic that needs to happen. So that's some direction they're going with. There's big names in there.
Yeah.
And they're going to be even bigger after their time there. I'm excited for NXT.
Again.
We should be sad for NXT. With the Ties are perennial favorites. Gone. And Nakamura out. And Joe out. Oh, they should be dead. No. Bright future yet again.
They're
just
fine.
like SmackDown. The only show that we're worried about, well, I mean, Superstars. Got
It's gone.
main event.
They've got Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas. So they're fine.
Bo Dallas going to join back up with Bray, you think, eventually, someday?
I don't know.
You so got to pee. Try to scratch the back of your calf.
Because we're almost there. So, like,
Scratch the back of your calf.
why would I do that? Is
Think-
that supposed to make me pee more?
Think about how itchy it is. Scratch the back of your calf. Is your leg itchy? Is it itch?
No.
Help at all?
Well, for a brief second.
Okay. It confuses the vagus nerve, and never mind. Sorry, it's beside the point.
We're almost there.
So yeah, hey man, NXT has a bright future. SmackDown,
Again.
so super excited. Tonight, everything gets blown wide open.
Yes.
On a regular ass Tuesday, they're gonna blow it wide open because they care about the storyline. Raw, I'm worried about.
Yep. And I'll come back to Raw. I will. Yeah, I'll watch it eventually.
It comes around event time, and it's like, oh, I'm excited, but I need to be excited week to week.
I don't know if I'm gonna watch Raw anymore on a week-to-week basis. I might just
Can't blame
watch
you.
the pay-per-views because
I end up reading the recaps when we finish up our shows on Monday night. I end up reading the recap, and sometimes that's all the more I'm going to do.
it just I don't know. Like I've always said, once you stop having fun with it, stop watching.
And
I'm not having fun with
you're
Raw.
having more fun with 6-year-old NXT.
Yeah. and 98 Nitro. Even though I'm not
No,
really.
you're not.
I'm not really.
No one's making you do this.
I am.
Okay.
I'm gonna get through it. I'm gonna get through 2001. It's gonna happen.
All right. I believe you. I'm just, sad for you.
I'm sad for me too because it's 3 hours long.
Okay. God damn.
So 3 hours of Nitro.
A 3-hour show.
Oh,
Sit right back and we'll tell you a tale. No, we won't. It's
so
just NWO.
It's 58. Really, the only tidbits we really need to get to is there's been a death, and
Yeah. Remember Rosie?
yeah,
Yeah. And I
one,
need
one of them Samoans, another one of them Samoans.
they another family.
Anoia?
Yes.
Is that how it's pronounced? Anoia?
Oh, God, I want
That's
to
how
make
it's
sure you get his
spelled.
name. Hey, come on, me. You deserve your name said.
just
at least.
Rosie.
Matt. Matt, and I can't say the name.
Anoia?
Every time I think about it, I do it. If I don't think about it, I say it right. But yeah, Rosie has passed away, and that stinks.
Yeah.
I loved him. I loved
He
his
was fun.
I loved his commitment to the character when he was the superhero in training. The
Yes.
man had shit written on his shirt, and he was like,
Literally.
"Yeah, kids love me. I'm the shit." I'm like, yes, you are.
Mm-hmm.
You fun.
Man, that family, like, who's actually alive from it still? Roman, the Usos,
Roman Usos, Rikishi. Ain't bad. You know they got more out there.
Sika, Alpha. Are they still alive?
Yeah, I think.
I just mean Yokozuna, Rodney, dead.
Yeah, well,
Eki, Umaga,
damn. Umaga was a tough one, man.
and now
I would have loved to seen way more from him.
Yeah,
I loved him.
but he ran against they ran him up against Cena, and he wasn't ready for it, and it's a whole different conversation.
and he could have had room to grow after that. Rusev is recovered after the Cena thing because he was a big character. He developed himself as a character. I miss us, Sistrada.
Do you?
Nah, it's fine.
No, you don't. All right, let's do this. Okay.
All right. I don't want any.
Yep.
Or none. Whatever.
Do you want some?
Are you gonna play the song?
Do you want some?
There's video that goes with this garbage. Not this song.
Do you want some?
My thing. And I don't want.
I'm gonna get the video. Is it still on the Slack?
I think it's still on my phone.
Ooh, maybe we'll start putting that
Maybe
out.
I'll resend it. Who knows? I had the flu. It was the night after AJ Styles premiered the Royal Rumble. Nobody knew the words of the song yet. It's like, I'm excited. I don't know what the hell to sing. We're hashtag WrestlePals. You dig us? Think we're doing? Justin mentioned it earlier. Patreon.com/Radio Free Radio. $1, man. Help us get up out the clubhouse and build a new clubhouse with parking. If you want to get in touch with us, hashtag WrestlePal Justin over here. Find him at the Hulkster on Twitter. All right. I'm just going to assume you're a big Dahus fan. They're great. I'm hashtag WrestlePal Nate. At the Nate Project on Twitter. I don't know. Give it a shot. See what happens.
Nothing is the answer.
No, anxiety, and you can feel it. You want to feel my anxiety through the Twitter thingy? Send a message. I'll freak out.
Oh God, Justin, who I see like several times a week,
Ah!
tweeted me.
Oh no! Oh God! Or hashtag WrestlePals. Put it in there. He will find it.
I'll find it.
It's not a threat. It's a promise. He will find it.
Hi, hon.
Hola!
We're just about done.
Yes. Hashtag WrestlePal Justin's wife. It's really wordy and it's hard to spell. So do you put the apostrophe in? Never mind. All right, I'll let you go. Goddamn hashtag WrestlePals. What?
I lost my keys and my little dog is bone. So I pick him up and I'm gonna carry home. But he a mean dog bit me in the spare rib. And I'm take him home, put him in the baby crib. Yeah, I don't know the words AJ Styles. You know what you are? You're phenomenal. Phenomenal.